Where are you now, and what have you done today? Or what are you doing today, right now?
Oh, what a great question. I'm actually in Las Vegas, Nevada, with my wife and an army buddy and his wife, and we're just relaxing for the day. But tomorrow we'll be involved in a the first historically black college and university conference out here, just trying to get folks in this part of the country to understand that one, HBCUs are a viable
Wow.
educational
Yes.
experience, and then also hold a series of workshops starting at 8 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. With some pretty heavy hitters from Morehouse University and some other universities that are going to come in and just talk about some of the opportunities and some of the tools that we want to put in people's kit bags so that they can better operate. So,
And you said
um,
this is the
trying to
first
use
there where you're at?
this is the maiden voyage. This is the maiden voyage,
That's
and
crazy. That's amazing.
I'll make sure I share some of the information with you guys, and
Please do.
we'll see how we can partner. Oh, absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
that is
Absolutely.
amazing.
So
Thanks for letting me
so
plug that, Dr. Wilson. I appreciate
abs-
that.
absolutely.
Right.
So ask Larnell about what he's done with the Coast Guard at his alma mater. I think that would be a good question.
Okay, so Larnell, what have you done with the Coast Guard at your alma mater? We've heard some things.
Oh wow, you I don't think I would be able to get my head out the hotel room if you guys keep these questions coming. Um, my wife and I are admissions partners with the Coast Guard Academy, and we've been doing this now since 2015. Our son was um, our son went to the Coast Guard Academy in 2014, graduated in 2018. Allowed us the largest class of African Americans in the history of the Coast Guard. And
Mhm.
my wife and I saw that there weren't enough representation. There wasn't enough representation of African Americans or minorities, period.
Right.
And so we became admissions partners, and that's somewhere in the neighborhood of about a $375,000 education if a kid goes to the Coast Guard Academy, and you
Yes.
graduate with no debt, and you're doing really well. So we probably gotten 15 or 16 kids into the Coast Guard Academy.
Are you
But
serious?
here's the other thing that I'm. Oh yeah, oh yeah, very much. And here's the other thing that we're excited about. Not everybody wants to go to the Coast Guard Academy. Some kids want to go to a HBCU.
Hmm.
My nephew wanted to go to an HBCU, and so what my wife and I have done is we've worked very, very diligently to get MOU signed, a memorandum of understanding, or MOA, a memorandum of agreement, with the Coast Guard Academy and HBCUs. So Norfolk State has one, and yesterday we got a phone call that we're excited about. Florida A&M will sign a MOU with the United States Coast Guard. And here's
Woo!
what's so here's what's so neat about this. A kid who goes into this program, he or she has to figure out how they finance their freshman and sophomore year of education.
Mhm.
Then the Coast Guard says, okay, if you make the cut, your junior and senior year, your junior and senior year, you don't have any debt. They pay tuition, books, fees.
Wow.
They pay you a housing allowance to live off campus. But it
That's
gets better.
Mm.
Then
amazing.
they give you wait. Then they give you $3,600 a month in your pocket.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, and so then you graduate with your degree, and then you have to go to a 17-week officers candidate course at the Coast Guard Academy, and after that
Mhm.
17 weeks, you come out and you're an officer, and you only owe the Coast Guard 3 years. Now, my
Wow.
son, when he graduated, our son, when he graduated from the Coast Guard Academy, he owed them 5 years. And let me just back up real quick. One of the things that the young applicant has to do is they have to finish the 8 weeks boot camp. And but
Mm.
you go to that after you finish your sophomore year, 8 weeks. Then you go back to school. I mean, literally no debt. And here's the other thing, and I'll stop. My nephew graduated with his degree in biology, but he had $30,000 worth of debt. He had 3 years. He has 3 years that he has to pay back. The Coast Guard every year pays $10,000 of that debt. So in 3 years, he is debt free.
Wow.
Right.
And so
Yes.
we really want to get the word out to our village and get them to understand there's some opportunities out here that you don't have to go to school and graduate with a ton of debt and find yourself perpetually